Meet Spark. Small, colorful, smart. A powerful flying camera that you can take anywhere. It's so clever, it activates by recognizing you. Just launch it from the palm of your hand. It even returns when you call it. And land like this. Easy. Can't get everyone in the shot? No problem. Watch as it hovers precisely in place, always at your command. Control it with your hands, remote controller, mobile device, or DJI goggles. Using GPS, Spark knows where it is, even if you don't. It'll even sense obstacles to avoid things in front of it and come home safely. Think you got smooth moves? Spark's footage is smoother. It takes the shake out of your shot, so you look like a pro. Not feeling the control sticks? Perform preset flight maneuvers with a single click and get those epic shots. Here's a way to stand out from the crowd. Spark automatically adds shallow depth of field to your photos. If you don't know how to fly, just tap fly. Let's see if you can handle sport mode. Spark keeps you in the frame, so all you need to do is act naturally. Edit your epic videos and share them instantly. Spark your aerial creativity anywhere. All you need to do is seize the moment.
I'm going to show you something incredible. It's fascinating and immersive flying experience. It is a drone without remote control. Simply follow your feeling and tilt your phone to control position and direction. If you want to fly forward, just tilt forward. Hold your phone flat and the drone will remain in that exact position using advanced satellite and sensor technology. For this reason, we have named our flagship flight mode Avatar.
Flying the Ghost drone is super easy because all you have to do is just tilt your smartphone to control it. A lot of times remote controls can be tricky and hard to use and you're not sure which way to move the sticks.
As for controlling the gimbal, it doesn't use dials on remote controller anymore. It has been integrated with VR goggles. Looking up and down, what you see is what you get.
I have no technology experience whatsoever. I can't even swipe my computer clean. But anyways, I flew this. Just held the phone and tilted it and it did whatever I wanted. I looked around and the camera moved with me.
From takeoff to waypoint, from orbit mode to selfie mode, even those maneuvers that take two operators with remote control, all these functions have been integrated into eHand Play app. What's more, you can download the videos and pictures from the 4K spherical camera through Wi-Fi and share them to your social media. Also, you can keep your stories of flying in flight records and flight rankings. Similar to driving cars, some people prefer a manual transmission and other automatic. We like to think of Ghost Drone as an automatic transmission flying experience, making it safe and convenient for anyone to fly with zero experience required.
The Mavic Pro is not just a new drone, it's a whole new type of drone.
We merged power and smart features, making it easy for everyone to fly and create beautiful images. The toughest challenge for us was to find the sweet spot between form and function.
When engineering the folding arms, we wanted to save as much space as possible.
We really wanted to make it quick to unfold and leave enough room for the powerful processors and sensing system.
This took several attempts and many prototypes.
In one of our earlier prototypes, the arms took up way too much space when folded, almost 2/3 of the entire volume. Combined with the space that we needed for the internals, this meant the Mavic was much larger than we wanted.
In another attempt, the arms only took up half the volume, but there's a lot of wasted space in between body and arms. Eventually, we solved this problem and created an easy flick-to-unfold mechanism. Seen from above, the thin arms sit flush against the body when folded.
We carved out 2 indents at the rear of the airframe to fit the motors, saving additional space. The rear arms fold out in a 3-dimensional motion and snap into place in one sweep. With this design, you can have your Mavic Pro unfolded in under 5 seconds.
Powerful components generate a lot of heat, especially when they're placed close together.
So for the first time ever on a DJI drone, we integrated a heatsink at the base made from magnesium aluminum alloy and a centrifugal fan behind the gimbal.
The fan pulls in air from the front of the aircraft and channels it across the heatsink, dissipating heat.
We wouldn't go through all this trouble without making sure you have a great camera. We spent thousands of hours trying to re-engineer and shrink the stabilization technology found in our Phantom series. One of the major challenges we ran into when making a stabilized camera this small was the stiffness of the electrical wires. The mechanics, the structure, and the brushless motors had to be specifically engineered to take this into account. Plus, it's the first DJI camera that's able to rotate 90 degrees for portrait shots.
We also wanted a remote controller for the Mavic Pro that would feel natural and familiar in people's hands, so they would be more confident when they fly. That's how we came up with a small controller that expands with a pair of grips. These grips also clamp your phone, keeping all of your controls in easy reach.
The Mavic Pro concentrates some of our most advanced technologies into one compact body.
It's an incredible tool to turn everyday moments into fantastic art wherever you go.
Image accuracy is very important when doing cell tower inspections. My job is basically to take pictures of the things that they need to be inspecting, and that way it gives them kind of a precursor to actually sending a person up the pole. What I like the most about the H520 is the stability and the high winds. It's not a very friendly environment. It can be quite hostile at times. Just knowing that it's going to stay where you want it to be, that just comes in so handy, especially when you're flying around $100,000 pieces of equipment. You need to be able to find out how far apart things are. You need to see if there's corrosion, if there's something that needs to be manually inspected. You can go from your standard camera to a thermal camera, just flip them in and out. I don't believe that drones can replace a human. I don't think they're even intended to. All the drones are really here for is to make the human experience safer and more productive. I love this bird.
As construction site supervisors, one thing that this technology is definitely bringing to the table is efficiency. The H520 allows us to take a lot of data that we need for our BIM software and our ortho mapping also. The H520 provides that accurate data. The bird takes off by itself, flies the waypoints by itself, takes the correct photos needed for the job, comes back and lands. It's autonomous, it's fantastic. E90 provides more resolution, so more dots per inch, which means you can get a higher quality, more precise mapping of your job site. I'm very happy with H520. We'll be using it a lot more in our construction sites, I can tell you for sure.
The ultimate goal in search and rescue is to find the missing person. Most of the time, if you're looking for a missing hiker, they're going to have probably built a fire and they probably have been in an area for a while, so you'll be able to see where they've been and what they've been doing. The E90 is by far one of my favorites, followed closely by the thermal camera. E90 has the clarity and the capability of being able to see my routes that I'm going to travel. I can put it up real quick, fly ahead of us about a mile, see what the terrain looks like, and then bring it back so I can leapfrog into my search grid. With Unique's ET camera or thermal imaging camera, I can do a search for a body or a heat source and then be able to switch that payload out to another camera to get an actual closer view of what we've found and if that's our actual target that we're looking for. The low light feature allows me to make that happen. The H520 stands out. It's day glow orange and it makes it very, very easy to see for visual line of sight at a distance. When you're in a SAR environment, it's what do I need and what don't I need? The fact that it is portable, that's the big thing. I mean, this has all of the engineering features that we need for search and rescue. It's like they sat down with us beforehand and they built everything we needed in search and rescue into this bird.
The 520 is a great product. It's leaps and bounds above all the other competitors as far as what law enforcement needs for crash investigation. I can get onto a scene and I can task the 520 to do an automated flight gathering all the data I need on the scene in under 10 minutes in one flight with one battery. The Unique H520 It's a very easy product to get out of the box and use and train people on.
I'm very happy with H520.
The stability and reliability.
I need a UAS that works the first time, every time.
What do you need for incredible aerial imaging? A brilliant camera, an aircraft you can trust, and the intelligence to make every shot cinematic. The new Phantom 4 Pro has all this and much more. The Phantom 4 Pro camera has an f2.8 aperture, mechanical shutter, and large 1-inch sensor, coming together to make brighter, more detailed imagery. Record cinematic 4K video at higher bit rates with more advanced compression and a wider dynamic range. 4K 60 frames per second recording gives you stunning, detailed, slow-motion aerial video. The Phantom 4 Pro is as adept at stills as it is with video, capturing every detail at 20 megapixels. Its mechanical shutter eliminates rolling shutter bending. Grab the perfect moment using burst mode. All of this makes the Phantom 4 Pro the most advanced aerial camera ever found in the Phantom series.
The Phantom 4 Pro is now a huge step forward. I'm taking photos of the lava when it's darker out and the glow of the lava is coming off of it. The image sensor that's in this camera now is 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixels. That extra dynamic range allows me to really get everything into one shot, and in the landscape, that's extremely important.
See your shot clearly, even in direct sunlight, with the new ultra-bright 5.5-inch monitor that's more than twice as bright as most tablets. Inside is DJI LightBridge technology. It automatically detects interference and switches from 2.4 to 5.8 gigahertz transmission at takeoff, cutting through the noise for more reliability.
The built-in monitor on the Phantom 4 Pro is so bright. I'm actually able to see in direct sunlight, and that's really allowing me to compose my shot and get what I really want to capture.
Active Track has now been expanded with 3 new intelligent flight modes. Profile tracks your subject horizontally from any side. Spotlight locks the camera on a subject while you fly in almost any direction. Circle swings 360 degrees around the subject. Tap Fly has also been improved, adding reverse tap fly, making it perfect for aerial selfies. Flying the Phantom 4 Pro is even more worry-free. A set of rear visual sensors has been added to existing forward and downward sensors. Combined with new infrared obstacle sensors on its sides, the Phantom 4 Pro has 5 directions of sensing. If image signal is lost, it returns home while dynamically avoiding obstacles, and even flies back along its original flight path until signal is regained. Every minute in the air counts. The new high-capacity battery flight time has been increased to 30 minutes. When it comes to speed, the Phantom 4 Pro is 10 miles per hour faster with full support of its obstacle sensing systems. With its stunning camera, 1-inch sensor, ultra-bright monitor, obstacle sensing, and intelligence, the Phantom 4 Pro brings professional quality aerial imaging and flight capabilities to more pilots around the world.